Greetings. This is a video response to Ziploc Bloody's video response to Blows Himself Up Dude's inquiry as to what your first comics were, or what your first comics readings were. Unlike a number of the people that have commented on this topic as it relates to what specific issues they remember getting first, I'm a little vague on that. I'm a little vague in that area. So what I'll do is give a sort of a general synopsis of what I remember getting first, not by specific issue, but I don't know, just by vibe, I guess. The first Hulk comic that stands out to me was Hulk versus Wolverine. I seem to remember that being the comic where from day one I pretty much did not like that character, Wolverine, and to this day I despise Wolverine. But that's another story for another time. The first Daredevil that resonates with me is when Daredevil took on Torpedo, and I think this was their first or second meeting, and they ended up getting into a fight, and the fight ended up being ended up taking place in someone's home in the suburbs. And given that these guys were both heroes, I remember that being one of the first real serious stories in comics that I remember reading. With the Fantastic Four, the image that first comes to mind is one where the Inhumans are guest starring. It's a Jack Kirby cover, and Mr. Fantastic and Black Bolt, I believe, are the most prominent characters. On that cover. On the DC side of things, things are even a bit more vague. I don't remember a first Superman issue, but I do remember at the time, when I was first reading Superman, the main artist on that particular comic was Kurt Swan. The same thing with Batman. Nothing really stands out, with the possible exception of perhaps Brave and the Bold. And for some reason, it's the annuals of Brave and the Bold, which were the 50 cent, 60 cent 100-page books. In particular, one that comes to mind as I'm speaking right now is Batman and Mr. Miracle. I think it was a Neil Adams drawn story. I might be wrong. But Neil Adams didn't draw the story. I believe he may have drawn the cover. And as far as alternative comics go, one of the first that stands out is Heavy Metal. In particular, Richard Corbin's Den, which was probably at that time one of the most erotic, if not perverse, strips that came out during that time that wasn't in a brown paper bag. Anyway, I'm sure there's others that are escaping me right now, but as it stands, those are the ones that come to the forefront. So, with that in mind, I'll just say, night out.